Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Pennsylvania CareerLink, Chester County, and United Way Financial Stability Center. And welcome and thank you for coming to our 5-year anniversary open house event celebration. For not just actually being here at this particular location, but really to celebrate the partnership that the PA name is Walter Urban. Goodbye Butch, so I'm going to call me Butch, that's absolutely fine. And I actually work as the site administrator for Pennsylvania CareerLink, Chester County. Such a great turnout. I mean, I cannot believe we've actually been here 5 years already. I was joking with Chris earlier, I was actually 40-something before, I guess when we moved in 5 years ago. So, we moved and actually aged me, so. Again, thank you so much for being here. Before we open up our resource tables for everyone to enjoy, we have a short program that will last about 20 minutes. You'll hear from me for a few minutes. Our county commissioners, Pat Bakovitz from the Chester County Workforce Development Board, Chris Salo from the United Way. We also have a couple partners speaking as well, and also to include our one-stop operator, Nico Augustino. I've had the privilege to work for the county now, this September, actually going on 30 years. And over the most recent years, one of my more meaningful experiences while serving as the site administrator was actually assisting and actually serving as a point of contact for the relocation of our office in Coatesville on Harmony Street to this 14,125 square foot facility here in Exeter. And also for being part of a team that began to formalize a partnership and collaboration between the Pennsylvania CareerLink and the United Way Financial Stability Center. All for the purposes of offering residents a more comprehensive and holistic approach in delivering workforce development and financial stability center-based services. I want to say thank you to a few people, and I know I'm actually going to miss some people, and I do apologize, but these individuals really help support the transition from Coatesville and help build our partnership and our collaboration in terms of what it is today. And we really would not be so successful without the support of these many people. First, our county commissioners, thanks for providing the support and the funding to help support our initiatives and workforce development activities here in Chester County. Our Workforce Development Board, led by Jen Duff, who's actually not here today, who is our chair. However, our vice chair is here today, Maria O'Connell from Express Employment Professionals. We have some other Workforce Development Board members here as well. You can just maybe raise your hand and indicate who actually that you are here. So we have Chris, we have Pat, we have Commissioner Gazzone, we have Shanae, we have Mary Beth DiVincenzo, and I know I'm missing people. So again, Mary Beth Ferguson, thank you for being here. And, thanks for your guidance and your strategic vision over the last 5 years. The people at DCD. I'm actually a county employee. I'm a member of the Department of Community Development. And Pat Bakovitz is our executive director. Pat, thanks for providing the necessary support and guidance over the last several years. It's very much appreciated. More specifically to the workforce development team, led by Jeanette Roman, who's here in the back of the room. All of her team members, the most fantastic people to work with. Her team, Stephanie Smith, Tracy Doherty, Samantha Brannon, members of the planning team, Sean Bowley, who's here, Trish Hennessy, our fiscal coordinator, Purnima, where are you at, Purnima? You're here, there she is. Thanks for your support in making this actually, this operation here, a reality. Whenever I need something, I can always call on them, and they're always right there to help us out. Our one-stop operator, again, Nico Augustino from Pastone Corporation. Nita, thanks for all your support and guidance over the past several years. Our partners, our critical, or actually I'd say our core partners in Pennsylvania CareerLink, our state agencies, the Pennsylvania Department of Labor, the Office of Vocational Rehab, the Department of Human Services with the County Assistance Office, our core Financial Stability Center partners, Open Hearth Incorporated, and Family Service of Chester County. Really the key partners that were there from the very beginning. Thank you so much for your support and more importantly your partnership. And all of our other CareerLink and United Way Financial Stability partners. Thanks for making, providing service at this facility and really, just really making an impact in the community. And last but not least, all of the partner staff that actually work out at this facility on a daily basis. The excellent customer service you provide does not go unnoticed, and I sincerely appreciate your assistance with that. In a few minutes, we will share with you a video which will detail some of the accomplishments and successes over the first 5 years here between Pennsylvania CareerLink and the United Way Financial Stability Center. But I wanted to share with you in terms of some of the statistics in terms of impact that we've made here with PA CareerLink and the United Way Financial Stability Center. Over the first 5 years, we've seen more than 80,000 individuals walk through our doors to participate in some sort of service, activity, program, workshop, meet one-on-one with a staff member. More than 10,200 individuals were introduced to our services through some type of orientation. And that could have been an orientation tied towards unemployment compensation, or just more of a general CareerLink orientation, just for people to understand what it is that we have to offer here. More than 2,800 individuals have participated in a workshop activity here at CareerLink and United Way Financial Stability Center, whether it be a resume writing workshop, interview workshop, or a supportive service-based workshop coordinated through the United Way Financial Stability Center. More than 5,400 lives have been changed through the Financial Stability Center with financial coaching, counseling, and other supportive services. And last but not least, we have engaged and continue to collaborate with dozens of community partners, organizations, employers to make services available on site here for both job seekers, employers, our clients, our customers, our consumers to enjoy. So with that said, not from me, I want to turn things over to Pat, who's our Pat Bakovitz, who's our Workforce Development Board Director, and then Pat will lead the presentation from this point forward. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Coach. So it's amazing it's been 5 years. I agree with it. It goes by fast. I just want to introduce our county commissioners to speak next. Which alluded to their importance to having this facility. And just from a specific role, the county holds the lease. This is a lease that the county has. So as I was in Butch and Claudia and various other individuals were updating the commissioners as we went down this road, no one was more supportive than the county commissioners. Obviously, by saying we will hold that lease, it's pretty evident of that. But I think more so the different programming that's come through over the last 5 years have been great examples of their ongoing support. So Commissioner Kazone is actually, as Butch referenced, a Workforce Development Board member, and obviously Commissioner Terrell is our innovative champion, if you will, for the county. And I think this facility, if there's a word that describes it, to me, it's that innovative piece. So I think with that, as a way to introduce the two commissioners here, Commissioner Kazone and Commissioner Terrell, please come up and provide some remarks.
So good afternoon, everyone. Very exciting day to be here today. Before I begin, I just want to bring you greetings from Commissioner Kicklon, who is truly sorry she couldn't be with us today. Some of you may know that her father passed, and she is helping her mom with some family things. I also want to take a minute to recognize two people who I don't know if anyone else is going to do it, but Claudia Hellebusch, the former president of United Way, who had a vision, and this is the result of that vision. And Lila Singleton, who was a huge part of, see, Lila, everybody turn around. Who was a huge part of the Workforce Development Board team for a very long time, and we're glad that you're both with us today. So today's open house marks the anniversary celebration, but it also serves to remind us, especially employers and job seekers, of the many resources that are available here. Resources that help determine skill sets, plan career path, develop resume and cover letter writing, as well as interview techniques. With staff that will help to view job openings and apply for those jobs, access government resources, financial aid and further career training, and and identify companies that offer on-the-job training for new hires. Today, we're not just celebrating 5 years of the CareerLink and Financial Stability Center services, we're celebrating the collaborative spirit that brought this project to fruition, and that has taken it from success to success. For example, initiatives like Platform to Employment, or P2E, the 5-week intensive program for those who experience long-term unemployment. 3 different P2E programs have taken place here, and for all 3, the participants were supported by staff here, as well as personnel from the workplace, Open Hearth, and Family Service of Chester County. Pardon me. Yes, we celebrate the collaborative spirit, and I, thank you, have the great fortune, as I mentioned before, to serve as a member of the Chester County Workforce Development Board. Now there's lipstick on your water. A board that represents the private sector, community-based agencies, economic development, education, and labor. And that's currently led by Jennifer Duff and Maria O'Connell. I can honestly say that every person on the board, all 26 of us, are committed to ensuring that Chester County explores every possible program, service, and initiative that will benefit the employers as well as employees and job seekers and future employees and job seekers of this county. Because of my interest in workforce development, I also co-chair the Workforce and Talent Goal Team of VISTA 2025, Chester County's 10-year economic development strategy. And I want to recognize the leadership and staff of the Chester County Economic Development Council. I saw Mary Beth and Jim Lochner, and their specific partnerships in workforce development, like Hire One and the 4 industry partnerships, ITAG, Healthcare, the Manufacturing Alliance, and the Smart Energy Alliance. Employer engagement is a very important part of the work of the CareerLink Financial Stability Center. Chester County's strategic business plan measures the number of employers using the workforce development services that the county supports, and this focus is obviously working, because just last week at the State Workforce Development Association conference, the governor recognized 9 employers around the state for exemplary efforts in the workforce system. It comes as no surprise that 3 of those 9 employers are from here in Chester County. Surrey Services for Seniors received the Pennsylvania Department of Aging Award. Her Foods received the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry Office of Vocational Rehabilitation Award. And Powerback Rehabilitation in Exton received the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services Award. Let's give them a round of applause. So yes, Chester County does lead the way in building the strongest workforce in the state. And this facility here, the people working here, and the outside organizations who partner here are a big part of the reason why. So Pat and Chris, Michelle, Terrence, and I thank you for your dedication and your direction of this facility, as well as the many other projects that you lead. Now I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Farrell.
Good afternoon. I'm Commissioner Terrence Farrell, as Kathy said, and I want to thank you all for being here this afternoon. It's a great time to gather and celebrate. When PA CareerLink Chester County moved here 5 years ago, the building space physically doubled in size from its previous location in Coatesville. But over 5 years, the overall benefits for all Chester County residents who have sought job training, skills, employment opportunities, and help with personal finances have more than doubled. So how successful has this facility been over the past 5 years? Bruce went over some of the numbers, but many of them bear repeating. 81,000, that's the number of individuals who have come through the doors and received or participated in services, programs, and workshops since 2014. 10,200. Number of people introduced to PA CareerLink Chester County services through an orientation. 5,400. The number of lives changed through financial coaching and counseling. I hope you'll agree those numbers are truly impressive. But so is this. Thanks to cooperative initiatives like CareerLink and the Financial Stability Center, the number of families in poverty in Chester County has been reduced by nearly 27% over a 5-year period. I know that the success we have witnessed over the past 5 years will continue for many years to come. It has to, because we're growing. We are noted to be the fastest growing county in the state. From 2015 to 2045, a period of 30 years, Chester County will grow by 30%. 30 years, 30%. That's 146,000 more people, 55,000 more dwellings, 87,000 more jobs, and how we grow is critical. Smart growth, balancing progress and preservation, is not optional, it is necessary. And that includes planning and investments for a very diverse workforce, for the training and skill development that will be needed for employers to fill all of those additional jobs, and for employees to be prepared for them. The PA CareerLink Chester County and the United Way Financial Stability Center has been, currently is, and will continue to be part of that smart growth plan. The county has planned and invested. The United Way has planned and invested. And so many of Chester County's employers have planned and invested to make this place the success it is today and will be in the coming years. A part of our investment that has truly paid off is the investment in personnel. CareerLink Administrator Butch Urban and the Workforce Development Team in our Department of Community Development, Jeanette Roman, Samantha Brandon, Tracy Dougherty, and Stephanie Smith, thank you all. Thank you all for your commitment to this facility, to the development of so many programs and services, and to everyone who walks through this door looking for support, help, career advice, and a job. And now, to formally commemorate the 5th anniversary of CareerLink and Financial Stability Center, I would like to present a Commissioner's citation. This is a County of Chester citation. The Board of Commissioners of the County of Chester, PA CareerLink, Chester County, and United Way Financial Stability Center, on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of the unique and effective partnership dedicated to career support and financial stability for Chester County residents. Since the doors of the PA CareerLink, Chester County, and United Way Financial Stability Center opened in May 2014, more than 80,000 individuals have received or participated in programs, and workshops that deliver job training skills and recruitment for employment opportunities. And more than 5,400 lives have been changed through financial counseling and coaching. The Board of Commissioners, County of Chester, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, recognizes and thanks the leaders and staff of the PA CareerLink Chester County and the United Way Financial Stability Center, as well as the dozens of community partners and employers who have enthusiastically collaborated to educate, train, create jobs, and restore confidence and hope for thousands of Chester County residents, signed by all 3 members of the board, Michelle Kickline, Kathy Zone, and Terrence Farrell. And now I'd ask Pat Bachvis and Chris Sato to come forward and accept this.
So thanks, Commissioners, and thanks for the citation. I'm going to provide some remarks and then turn it over to Chris for the next part of our the program. I did want to do a shout out to the Workforce Development Board and say thanks for their unwavering support. You know, the history of the startup of this, I can sort of talk about now without anyone questioning since Claudia retired. It's all on me. So I echo what Commissioner Kazone said about thanking those involved. Claudia, Lila, Butch, many others are our state partners that we don't often mention, but you know, when you go down this path of doing it, you just need one person to adamantly say no, and it sort of stops everything. So our Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry partners, Mary Beth Ferguson represents that here now, and our Pennsylvania Department of Human Services, Michelle Livingston at the County Assistance Office, we're just tremendously supportive, and we appreciate that. And they continue to be. I now have a great working relationship with Chris, and really that relationship goes back a number of years, but certainly we welcome that partnership as we move the CareerLink Financial Stability Center model forward. So as we do move forward, the partnerships will continue to be important. The partnerships with the state agencies, the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, with their, obviously Mary Beth I mentioned, but also Shanae Stallworth of OVR, Office of Vocational Rehabilitation, in terms of that important partner. And then also the Department of Human Services again. We also have a local team, and Butch ran through them a little bit, but I just want to say thanks to them for their involvement as well. Educational Data Systems Inc. serves as our Title I provider. Hadstone serves as our one-stop operator. They provide our Earn and Work Ready program services along with the youth program next door. The Chester County Economic Development Council, and shout out to Mary Beth and Jim who's here, and their involvement with Hire One as a partner. And Open Hearth, who serves as a mobile workforce navigator. This is a big county. This is a resource that's right here next to it. So from day one, it was important to the commissioners, to the board, to really all of our partners that we get out and about. So we appreciate the mobile workforce navigator's role in doing that. Life Transform Ministries and Chester County OIC are also two community-based agencies that play a big role. And I see Janine here from Full Circle. Our partners are a number of people, and we would include with that our education partners, the Delaware County Community College and the Chester County Intermediate, and I see some of Andrea here. You know, partnering is tough. It's easier to just do your own thing and not have to work with people, but this is a great example that is sort of, you know, example of working in Chester County where you have to partner, because we have so many great partners. And in our workforce development world, we certainly do that with those partners I mentioned. I did want to, as I provide my remarks, give a little update on some business matters. If you recall, when we were moving, one of the stipulations that the state had for us was that we had to have someone occupy the state building in Coatesville. If you recall that, those of you that were around, well, I think most of you realize the Coatesville Senior Center now occupies that space. If you haven't been there, the commissioners were there a couple weeks ago for their coffee with the commissioners tour. And interestingly, the Chester County OIC is now back where the Coatesville Senior Center was. Now that just happened last January. So it took 5 years to make all that happen. So it's very timely that we celebrate today, but I did want to give that as an update. And then I want to close my remarks with sort of top 10 things that I see the future of this facility, this CareerLink Financial Stability Center. Employer engagement is so critical today. Understanding what the needs are of our employers today, tomorrow, what the future holds. Addressing gaps in skills and occupations. Again, that connects back to working with employers on a regular basis to understand what those are, but also to communicate those opportunities to our job seekers, both our young citizens and our job seekers that are adults. Addressing the gaps in the financial literacy of county residents. Certainly that's a role that Chris can speak to. Moving job seekers up the career ladder. Job searches and incumbent worker training are so important to that aspect, which are tremendous opportunities right now. Continue to serve individuals with barriers. We have a 2.8% unemployment rate. We must get everyone that wants to work into the workforce. It's critical. And with that, the sixth one that I would identify as solutions for the 50-plus job seeker, something that I think a number of us in the room see on a regular basis. 7, be creative while following the federal or state regulations. So sometimes we don't have the ability to make our own programs up because we are, dependent upon the federal and state regulations. But we can be as creative as we can. 8, stay nimble and responsive to the needs as they arise. And 9 and 10, I'll close, and I'm speaking really to the partners and our staff right now. Teamwork, work together, stay connected, communicate with each other. And 10, most importantly, integrate services. Use each other's strengths and expertise to address the needs of the employers and job seekers walking through that door. where that's happened over the last 5 years, tremendous things have happened. Commissioners referenced the 3 employers that got recognized last week. We want to build on that. So that's sort of where I see us 5 years in. It is now my privilege to introduce Chris, to maybe come up and say some words. Chris became the president and CEO of the United Way of Chester County. It was announced in November, right around Thanksgiving, I believe, but it became effective in January. So congratulations on that, and welcome.
So I first want to say I have a skill that none of you have. It's actually a magic power. I can read Claudia Helwich's mind. And right now, you want to know what Claudia's thinking? This is her, I'm quoting her. She's gone, "Salo, what a rookie mistake not negotiating your position in the speakers. How in the heck did you end up last?" So this is a bunch of crap because everybody has said everything I was going to say. But thank you for taking the time to come out and help us celebrate this day. I want to first and foremost recognize, and I'm going to speak really on the financial stability side. But first, I want to tell you too, we feel like us in the county, we're BFFs. We spent the morning over at Bentley Systems hosting 65 different nonprofit organizations with Trish and the county planning commission and others who taught them about data and all the great data that's collected by the county that's available to all them to make their nonprofits stronger. So we've been with these guys all day, and so thank you for that partnership as well. But looking at the center and the CareerLink, until somebody corrects this talking point, at one time, and I believe it still is, it's the only financial stability center in a CareerLink facility in the state of Pennsylvania. And if you're going to correct me, don't correct me today. But think about that. In Chester County, the only financial stability center in a CareerLink facility. That shows you how innovative and creative solutions were when the economic downturn hit. This is Pat and Claudia's brainchild, and they spent a lot of years. This might be the fifth anniversary of this center, but there was more than 5 years involved in the planning of this center prior to that. It's not easy to get the nonprofit sector and county government and others all to march to the same drum. And so to you guys, just incredible vision and the impact the center has had in the last 5 years is tremendous, and we expect it to continue. And Dana Strode-Treidle's here as well. She was our vice president at United Way back when this was all happening, and obviously played a big part in the launching, or the planning and launching of it. And Terry Kenworthy in the back row was also one of our vice presidents at United Way, and really solidified what happened out of the Financial Stability Center after it opened. So I wanted to make sure that you were all personally recognized for your contribution to the center. You know, it's one of those things that has started to evolve, as Pat referenced, because I leaned over to him and asked him, what's the current unemployment rate, 2.7? And he said 2.8, and then he quoted it. So he took that statistic away from me. I'll get over it. But you know, when it started, it was after the economic downturn that there was a lot of long-term unemployed, and that's not necessarily the case anymore. So my commitment to you from the United Way of Chester County, and thank you, Commissioner Kazone, who serves on our board as well, is we're going to continue to be innovative and find ways to meet the needs. Our new strategic plan says that we're going to aggressively seek out the people that need help in the county, and we're going to laser focus on solutions for those people. So this center may look different over the next couple years as certain agencies, may not have as much of a need, but there might be other needs that are provided because there are different needs now. There's not as many unemployed, but there may be more unemployed or people that just want to get to that next level. So we will continue to find ways to innovate to make the center continue to be relevant to the number of people. I did the math on that number, 5,485 lives touched through financial coaching, counseling, and supporting services in the 5 years. That comes to 3 people every day for for 5 straight years, including weekends. Think about that, if that's not an impact. And the statistics also showed the day the Financial Stability Center moved into the CareerLink, the foot traffic doubled. So there was certainly a need then, and there continues to be. I also wanted to recognize Ashley. Ashley, will you stand up so everybody can see you in the back? Ashley is our navigator, and she is really the face when people come to the United Way Financial Stability Center for anything. She is that person that they greet, and she's the one that helps determine what services they need and who to connect them with. So thank you for all of your commitment to us. You heard them mention some of our key partners. Kelly Ragazzino is here as well from Open Hearth, and Family Service in Chester County are our 2 primary partners here in addition to the county, and many others. When you think about the concept of the Financial Stability Center, there are tremendous amounts of nonprofit services throughout the county. And many of them have the capacity to give more, but they don't have the ability to expand and pay for the bricks and mortar. So the fact that the United Way can pay for the space and pay for the navigators to help people create a plan, and then have 14 other nonprofits that can come in and provide those services using that space, it raises all boats. So it's a great model and a great concept, and we couldn't be happier to partner with the county on this project. And finally, I want to thank some of our financial supporters that are in the room. We have some individual donors, we have some corporate partners that have helped fund the Financial Stability Center over the last 5 years. It's a decent amount of money to pay to make this operation go. And we're going to continue to need that funding so that we can continue to grow and expand. So my message to all of you, regardless of where you came from and where you're going back to, be an advocate and a champion for the CareerLink and for the Financial Stability Center. It is truly a gift to Chester County, but a lot of people still don't know about all the tremendous services that are located in this one building. So think about that whenever you have the opportunity to refer someone to any of the CareerLink services or our Financial Stability Center services. And we will continue to serve. One last person I wanted to introduce is Rick Bond. Rick is with the United Way of Southern Chester County. He's the incoming board chair, and he took the time to come out today to show support for our United Way. So thank you, Rick, for taking that. And with that, I believe I will turn it back over to Pat, which is done. Thanks for coming out today.
So we wanted to give a couple of the program partners a chance to speak, and beginning with Larry Melf of Educational Data Systems. Again, EDSI is our Title I provider.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will keep my remarks brief, as I think everything's been covered about the wonderful services that we do here in Chester County. And I just wanted to take a moment and just thank our partner staff who we have here from Title I, Lisa and Paige, Shantae, Robin, Andrew, Hope, and thank you guys for the great work that you guys do here. And also excited about how many job seekers over the last, 5 years since EDSI has been in Chester County, the job seekers and employers who we've worked with, hundreds and hundreds of individuals, connecting them to individual training accounts, or as we like to call, and I always hate to say acronyms, but ITAs and on-the-job training opportunities with local employers, and tying individuals to those community partners to make sure that we are remediating any barriers or challenges that those job seekers are seeking, and making sure that we tie those individuals to the right employers and the right employment opportunities. And I will vouch that this is the only CareerLink that I know that has a Financial Stability Center. And it really is that partnership and that networking and that teamwork amongst one another where we can best serve the individual, not from one perspective, but as a team, as a collective unit. So I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of this network, and we look forward to what the future holds and the innovative solutions as regulations will always change, but how do we do what's best for the job seeker and for the employer.
Next up is Kelly Ragazzino. She's the Executive Director of Open Hearth, one of the two primary partners with the Financial Stability Center.
And I'm officially last, and you officially thanked everybody, you officially took all of my speech, including thanking my staff person. I really don't have a lot to say. I'm so appreciative that you all stayed the course. We talk about how partnerships are really hard. They are hard. They're a lot of work. They're worth it, every time. So we appreciate that you stayed the course, and here we are 5 years later. We want to thank the United Way for choosing Open Hearth to be the provider of the navigation system here, the financial navigator, and to know Ashley Thornton is to love her. She always stays client focused. She's always a bridge for clients they know, and you all know where to go when you need help. So thanks again, Ashley. Lastly, we want to thank the Workforce Development Board for funding our Anne-Marie Barr, who's in the back here, who does our mobile workforce navigation. Not everybody can get to the center. We have it centrally located for a reason, but transportation is still an issue. So to be able to go into communities like Kennett, Oxford, Coltsville, and Northern Chester County in the Phoenix Hill area, and to bring not only what's happening on the workforce side here and what those workshops are, but everything, all of the partnership work that happens here under the United Way Financial Stability umbrella, and all of the partner organizations to the United Way as well. So she acts as a wonderful, wonderful navigator and is a really good resource. So thank you, Anne-Marie. Thanks, guys.
Speaker is D'Agostino from Paxton. As I mentioned before, NITA is Paxton's a regional nonprofit, and NITA covers the Mid-Atlantic workforce areas for that organization, and serves as our one-stop operator, our youth provider, and our earn work ready provider. So thank you for that partnership, NITA.
Thank you too. Again, I'm Nita D'Agostino. I'm the one-stop operator for the Chester County CareerLink here in Exton. I'm also the Senior Vice President for Direct Services for Pathstone Corporation, and we're also a partner to this CareerLink. When I took on the role of the one-stop operator, I believed together that we could have an integrated system that we would promote a vision of providing superior services to both employers and to job seekers. I also believed that together we could assure continuous improvement that would be evident in increased customer satisfaction. And lastly, that we would always make our customer our focus. Our entire team here at the Chester County CareerLink believes we have moved in that direction. We have instituted non-traditional hours of operations to ensure that we are accessible for services for all job seekers, inclusive of the unemployed, the underemployed, and those just seeking new employment. In addition, we have assured that those who come through our doors, confronting barriers to employment, have coordinated services with the United Way Financial Stability Center. These two verifiable differences sets the Chester County CareerLink apart from other one-stops and defines our customer focus. I am so excited to welcome you again to the 5-year anniversary of the Chester County CareerLink in this location. With this in mind, I now have the honor of introducing a short video demonstrating not only our services inside the CareerLink, but also our successes with both employers and job seekers. You may roll the film.
We're celebrating our 5-year anniversary this May 2019, and over the past 5 years, we've seen a number of individuals come to our office, upwards toward just exceeding 80,000 individuals come through our doors.
There are people there that will help you. There are people in the EARN program that will definitely help you and definitely put you on the right track to finding something that may be your future career.
Whether it is homelessness or financial literacy, we're able to provide those services in-house, and that allows our teams that are workforce development and also support service oriented to work together inside our system.
So that partnership really, once it was established as a need, the partnership was created between the CareerLink and the United Way to try to put something together so that individuals that visit this facility, the CareerLink Financial Stability Center, can be served in a holistic, comprehensive way.
The benefit of being here and working with the PA CareerLink staff is being able to serve our customers as holistically as possible. The goals of the United Way Financial Stability Center is to help our customers bundle appropriate services to increase income, decrease debt, and build savings.
It was just one person after another offering to help me with one thing or the other. The funny part was something that I actually didn't even think I need was counseling, as far as how to deal with unemployment and things like that. And I ended up taking advantage of that too.
The real purpose of the collaboration that we have here with the Pennsylvania CareerLink, Chester County, and the United Way Financial Stability Center is to really offer residents a comprehensive approach, not just your typical workforce development services, but also to include our supportive services as well through the Financial Stability Center.
Regular high school wasn't working for me because I didn't feel like I didn't get one-on-one attention, and I feel like that's what I needed. So I moved to Career Corp, and then I've been getting a lot of one-on-one attention, and things have been working out pretty smoothly.
So Her Foods decided to partner with CareerLink in the Office of Vocational Rehab because we were interested in specifically reaching out and hiring individuals with disabilities. We work with them for the past 3 years in employing students from 2 different school districts in order that students can have an experience, a real life experience working at our factories, and then hopefully from there, once they've demonstrated their performance, the opportunity to work for us on a more permanent basis.
We have, I would say, 15 employees currently on staff that we met through CareerLink. We've allowed them to have opportunities that they were looking for right in their local community by partnering with CareerLink. We met many applicants that lived locally to this area, which in turn brought, more people locally looking for positions to our center. It was a really great way to network in the local community for us.
I think employers would be surprised how beneficial this program is, not just for your own production needs or the things that you're trying to get done, but just even for the morale of other employees that are working for you, that you're specifically working with students with disabilities, and that's a focus.
As a model, we partner greatly with the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services. The state departments are critical partners for us to deliver the services that our clients, our customers need here at Pennsylvania CareerLink.
I believe that some of the actions we've put into place this year as we've transitioned into this coordinated, integrated system is really significant to our success.
Losing your job is really tough. So to come to a place where you have multiple people that can help you and that can help guide you through those steps and to get you to the point where you want to be, it really helps to maintain that positive attitude.
I would definitely recommend it. Career Corp was definitely a step in the right direction for me.
It is a resource that is available to those of us in this particular county, and it is one that if they actually do want to make use of it, it can be very, very helpful to them tremendously.
As a one-stop operator for the Pennsylvania CareerLink here in Chester County, we are so excited to celebrate our 5th anniversary with our partners, with our employers, and with our job seekers. Whether it is the coordination with the United Way Financial Stability Center, or it is that we've opened our doors at more non-traditional hours, our goal is to make everyone successful who walks through our door.
What the last 5 years has meant is important programming to meet the needs of our residents. programming that helps job seekers. We can meet the needs of the future. We have the partnerships in place so that when opportunities or challenges come up, we can put together a program with the partners that are here to serve the need that appears.
Hey guys, thank you. Thank you for all our speakers, county commissioners, our directors, Chris and Pat, and everyone else that actually got and spoke. Our refreshments are, I think, ready. Our resource tables are ready, so if you have some time, please stick around. We would love for you to visit our partners and see what they have to offer. And if you are interested, we would be more than happy to give you a little tour if you have not received one already. Again, thank you for coming and enjoy the rest of the day.